Good evening from Pinsville and welcome to News Live here on Lntv. News from Liberia and Ram militants kill at least 10 people and injure 47 others in Nigeria. These stories plus more are all coming up on this edition of the program. Keep watching. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the program. President George Weah has shown a positive response to the plight of citizens of Maryland County. President Weah, however, said it will require collaboration with the Maryland County Legislative Caucus to address the citizens' concerns. During an interactive town hall meeting in Harper City on Wednesday, the citizens named the rehabilitation of the roads in the southeast building of Technical College and the resolution of boundary conflicts as issues that need to be addressed. President Weah told the citizens that government would do all it can to connect the southeastern counties before the end of his tenure. On the issue of Technical College construction in the area, the Liberian leader disclosed that partners have agreed to construct a TVET college in Harper while government builds another in Plebo. Meanwhile, President Weah is calling for calm as government works towards fostering boundary harmonization. At the same time, President George Weah is urging young people to remain disciplined in seeking dialogue to their plight. Speaking to a gathering of citizens in Plebo, Maryland County, President Weah reiterated his commitment to improving the lives of Liberians.
I want to speak to you in a simple term. What I want to say here is not to offend anyone. It's to ask you to please speak to our students and our children. When you are looking for possibility, and possibility exists, you have to make sure you use it for good. What I'm doing here is to change what needs to be changed. As I said, you listen to young men. I live the life, there's so many of you. And this is why today I'm going from village to village to make sure I delete the huts. Because I too live in those huts. And I believe that as a president, no one's supposed to live in hut. And this is why we are breaking huts along the 15 counties, and we are changing them so you can have your own bathroom, you can have your own kitchen inside, so you can live well. And everything that we are doing, the country is 173 years old. We are just 3 years old in our government. So you see, you got 170 years. And everything that was not done in 170 years. And this is the thing that people want to get to the street for. You need to stop the protest and dialogue, because with dialogue you can get anything that you want.
President George, we are speaking Tuesday at a town hall meeting there in Plebo, Maryland County. The House of Representatives has unanimously voted to review APM terminus agreement. According to our reporter, the body also agreed to communicate with the executive on the decision. Plenary decision on Tuesday followed an investigation of APM terminus, shipping lines, GTMS, BVAC, among others, by its committees on Commerce, Ways and Means, and Judiciary. Our reporter said the House of Representatives has also suspended recently imposed tariff by APM terminus. National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, that's NAFA Director General Emma Glasgow, is calling for a global effort to rectify the 2012 Cape Town Agreement. Madam Glasgow said the agreement's ratification is consistent with international best practices and is for the safety of fishing crews. She emphasized that global action is needed to drastically help mitigate casualties at sea, describing fishing, especially at sea, as one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Madam Glasgow quotes an RLO report as quoting the annual number of fishermen casualties at sea at more than 24,000. The National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority boss spoke Wednesday during the International Maritime Organization, that's the IMO, and the United Nations Wanaba on the ratification and the 2012 Cape Town Agreement's implementation. The Supreme Court of Liberia has reaffirmed the National Elections Commission's decision of Brownie Samuka as winner of the 2020 special senatorial election in Lofa County. It followed a ruling dismissing a case of electoral fraud filed by some registered voters of Lofa County. In its ruling, the Supreme Court said the complainants not being a political party or candidates who participated in the 2020 special elections lack standing to institute an action to challenge the results. The Supreme Court cited Article 83C of the Liberian Constitution and Chapter 6, Subsection 6.1 of the new election law. The law authorizes any political party or candidate who participated in an election and is not satisfied with the results to file a complaint with NEC challenging the outcome not later than 7 days after the announcement. United States Ambassador to Liberia, Michael McCarthy, says jobs and foreign investment are the real solution to help lift Liberia from the effects of the Civil War. Ambassador McCarthy has at the same time stressed the importance of Liberia having systematic improvements in the country's labor market. Speaking Wednesday when he paid a courtesy call on Labor Minister Councillor Charles Gibson, the U.S. envoy emphasized the need for investors and concessionaires to be treated on a win-win basis. For his part, Labor Minister Councillor Charles Gibson said encouraging investors has always been the objective of government. According to Councillor Gibson, investment is crucial to the growth of the economy, and government will do all it can to keep investors in the country. Justice Minister Musa Din says government is engaging the owner of St. Moses concerning the case of alleged missing children. Appearing before the Senate on Tuesday, Councillor Din said the police are doing everything possible to ensure the matter is resolved.
The police are doing their best. The engagement at St. Moses, we told them, no fools. we do not use excessive force. Some of the people, we send an officer to Ghana whose teeth were broken by students, I think for the University of Liberia. Don't engage them using any excessive force. But the public too should be honest thinking. This country now is so difficult. For instance, when somebody dies, the law says the coroner should go there, should constitute the panel to examine the body. They will examine the body and say there is no foul play. At that stage, we do not order an autopsy. In this country now, whatever the coroner says, or whatever the panel says, they will tell you somebody killed a man. We have to order, again, being considerate, wanting to accommodate our people. Because we do not want an adversarial relationship with the public. That's not what we want. So we order the autopsy. As a result, some of them will even come say, we don't trust the pathologists in Liberia. These people are certified by the international body responsible for autopsies around the world, especially in America. They say they are trained to international standards. Many times we've had to bring pathologists, we brought one, we pay him 20,000 for 1 day or in the country, just to accommodate people. When people see like this, then tomorrow people will say, I will bring my own police, I will bring my own army, I will bring my own whatever. This is where we are.
Councillor Musa Dean is Liberia's Justice Minister. And away from Liberia, suspected Boko Haram militants in Nigeria's northeastern city of Maiduguri in Borno State has reportedly killed at least 10 people and injured 47 others. Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum told the BBC the attackers fired rocket-propelled grenades into densely populated areas, including a children's playground in the city. Governor Zulum said the grenades were launched from the outskirts of Maiduguri. Pictures released by local authorities show dozens of injured people, including children, in 2 local hospitals. Governor Zulum on Wednesday visited the 2 hospitals where the injured were treated. And Ghana has become the first country to receive coronavirus vaccines through the COVAX vaccine sharing initiative. The World Health Organization, that's the WHO program, aims to ensure that vaccines are shared fairly among all nations. COVAX is intended to deliver about 2 billion doses of COVID-19 vaccines globally by the end of the year. A total of 600,000 doses of the vaccine developed by AstraZeneca and Oxford University arrived on Wednesday in the Ghanaian capital, Accra. In a joint statement, the WHO and the United Nations Children's Fund, that's UNICEF, the arrival of the COVID-19 vaccine in Ghana as a momentous and critical occasion aimed at bringing the pandemic to an end. On that note, and from the foreign scene, that's how we end this edition of News Live here on Lntv. Before we leave, let's recap the major stories we follow. President George Weah shows positive action to address Maryland citizens' plights. National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority Director General Eman Glasgow calls for global efforts to rectify the 2012 Cape Town Agreement. House of Representatives to review concession agreement between APM terminals and the government of Liberia. And elsewhere in Africa, suspected Boko Haram militants killed at least 10 people and injured 47 others in northeastern Nigeria. That's how we end this edition of the program. Join us tomorrow at 10 in the morning when we'll be back here with another edition of the program. On behalf of the entire news team here at the Liberia National Television, my name is Jab Davis, wishing you the best from Painesville. Good night from my end.